There we go.
As long as you don't start talking, your speech hasn't started yet.
Yes.
Kevin got dinged on that 2 weeks ago.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, he's kidding.
Although I suspect in this instance we won't hold litigants here.
I would.
Yeah, that's the beginning.
Oh,
So speak first.
okay.
Okay, so
I won't litigants here.
today we're going to talk about perceptions and how to manage the perception you have of yourself and the perception that people have of you. So this is based on a speech and research done by a Harvard professor named Amy Cuddy. And her research was on the effects of faking body postures. So power pose. Go ahead. So that's an example of power pose, like the Superman or the Wonder Woman, or maybe when you see people finish a race, they hold their head up high and their fists are up in the air. Next slide. So on the flip side, you have low power poses. People who kind of touch their neck, they feel vulnerable, they're really stressed, and so that's going to show in how they sit and how they pose. So what the study found is that people who pose in a powerful position like this, that their stress goes down because their cortisol levels go down and their testosterone goes up. So they feel more confident, they feel like they can take on more risk. Now on the flip side, people who hold a power or a low power pose, even for just a few seconds, something like this, the cortisol goes up, the stress goes up, the testosterone goes down, you feel more risk averse and more vulnerable and more weak. So in this study, you had two groups. So one group was the power pose group and the other was the low power pose group. And they held it for just a few minutes. And then they conducted a job interview, which we all can agree is pretty stressful. There was another group who observed the two groups go through the interview, and they weren't told who did what kind of pose. They were just asked to judge how they did and to say who they would hire based on how the interview went. So once all the interviews were done, the observation group skewed highly towards the group that power posed, because they went in more confident, their stress was a lot lower, they just did a lot better. And so the result implies that people who feel more powerful, even from just posing just for a few seconds like this, they're better connected with their own thoughts and feelings, they're more aware of what's going on around them. You're not so concerned about your stress, and I'm not concerned about you watching me and judging me, and it's not going to freak me out. And that's going to help me do better, whether it's speaking at Toastmasters or doing a job interview or something that requires a social interaction. So does it really work? Because you're just faking it, right? We've all heard it, fake it till you make it. I mean, if you're always having to do something like this before a social interaction, then that implies that you don't have the confidence to begin with. So you have to keep doing this, or you're a fake, right?
Yeah.
Well, not really. And the most powerful example is from Amy Cuddy herself. So her story is, she faked it until she became it. And it begins when she was a young girl, she got into an accident, and she suffered some head trauma, and her IQ dropped by 2 standard deviations. That just means it dropped by a lot. Now, the doctors were telling her that she couldn't go to college because she wasn't going to make it. She wasn't going to finish school. She just basically wasn't smart enough, is what they told her. And that crushed her, devastated her, because that's who she was. That was her identity. She was the smart girl. So just imagine, whatever you're good at, all of a sudden you're not good at anything. And that was who you were. It's just taken away from you. So that's what happened to her. But she persisted. She went to college. It took her a really long time to finish, but she did it. And she ended up at Harvard. She became a professor at Harvard. And her mentor, the lady who hired her, who brought her to Harvard, told her when she got there, that you have to give this speech. Everybody has to do it. And so it terrified her. She didn't want to do it. So she calls her boss and says, I quit. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. I don't belong here. This is not who I am. I'm an imposter. That's how she felt. But her boss said, no, I stuck my neck out for you. You're gonna do this. You're gonna make me look bad if you quit. You need to fake it until you make it. And so she did. She gave a speech. She gave more speeches. And eventually she got comfortable. So one day, she has a student come into her office. And she tells her student, you're gonna fail the class if you don't stand up and talk. You need to say something. You need to participate or you're gonna fail the class. And the student says, I can't do it. I don't belong here. I'm not smart enough to be at Harvard. So in that moment, she realizes that she was that girl not too long ago, kind of like an epiphany. And she realized that she wasn't worried about her not belonging. She felt comfortable. She felt like she finally belonged. So she faked it until she became. So she told that student, you know, everything that she experienced and said, you're going to go to class tomorrow and you're going to respond to a question and it's going to be the best response ever. And so the student does. She ends up graduating from Harvard. So my advice to you is yes, that you can fake it. Keep faking it, come up here, walking with some confidence, pretend like you own the room even if you don't feel like you don't, because eventually one day you will. Thank you.